right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the top of the hill here at Crestwood High School and Jack Lambert Stadium, bringing you all of tonight's action between the Harvey Red Raiders and your Crestwood Red Devils. For those of you who couldn't be here tonight but want to know the results of the homecoming court, King and Queen, Grayson Sandwall was elected king of the homecoming court, and Aspen Baines is your queen. So congratulations to Grayson and Aspen, and we hope they have a fabulous time tomorrow night at homecoming. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff here. Let's take a look if I can get my stuff working here. So the CVC Valley standings, they should be coming up here. Here we go. In first place, the Kirtland Hornets at 4-1, followed by your Crestwood Red Devils, also at 4-1. The Cardinal Huskies right behind them at 3-2. Berkshire Badgers at 2-3. Grand Valley Mustangs at 2-3. And the Harvey Red Raiders also at 2-3. It's hard to determine actually the standings, how good each team is when none of them have played each other yet. Tonight starts league play in the CVC Valley division, so it's kind of hard to really guess who's the best team here. It probably goes without saying it is most likely the Kirtland Hornets. Like I said, they lost to the number one Division III team in the state is their only loss. That's the Perry Pirates, and they lost at home, but it was a really close game. Crestwood, after a bad first half, first game of the season versus Ritztown, has been lights out since then. On the back of Nate Blasiol and his 1,000 yards in the first 5 games. Has kept us right there, even with Kirtland at 4-1. And speaking of the Harvey Red Raiders, I got to tell you, they have a standout running back. And I was watching the receivers warm up before the game tonight, and they're going to bring it the heat tonight. Our DBs are going to have to be in their back pockets, or this game's going to get out of hand really fast. They're quick, they make tight cuts, and they have great hands. So our entire defense is really going to have to step up tonight. Taking a look ahead here. Next week, Crestwood's going to travel just up the road a little bit to Cardinal, take on the Huskies, who we saw were right behind us in standings. Week after that, we'll be back here for our last regular season home game broadcast against the Berkshire Badgers. And then week 9 is our trip to Kirtland, our first one as they moved into the Valley Division this year. So it's going to be an exciting couple weeks, and we're really going to find out how good we really are coming up in our division here.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please stand and join us in the playing of the...
As we stand for the alma mater and the playing of the Pledge of Allegiance, or the national anthem here pretty soon. I want you to know the weather right now is about 65 degrees. Beautiful, clear, sunny skies here at the top of the hill in Manaway, Ohio. Could not ask, this is the 4th time now I've said this, could not ask for a more beautiful night for football. Just a bit of a chill in the air, but not much. Sun is shining. It'll go down here pretty soon and cool off a little bit and be just perfect football weather. So if you're thinking about coming to the game, maybe you were undecided, I would encourage you to grab your hoodie and head on down to Jack Lambert Stadium and cheer these boys on to victory. Like I said, we should be in for a really good game tonight. Records aside, both teams, like I said, come in with really good running backs and some really good receivers. It's going to come down to defensive play and quarterback play.
At this time, would you please remain standing and join us in honoring America for the playing of our national anthem.
The national anthem plays. Gonna keep quiet for a minute. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still fighting a bit of a cough here this week. Still nagging after my, whatever I had a week ago. Came and went in 24 hours, and the cough stuck around. Just enough to annoy me every couple minutes of every day. My normal partner, my son Bryce, who usually is up here helping me run the switchers and the cameras and the sound and all that, is well, he's flipping a house right now, and he has to get some stuff done tonight for his kitchen cabinets to be installed tomorrow. So he's excused tonight. My wife Monica is here to help me. She refuses to talk, but she will be running the sounds and the cameras and the scoreboard and stuff for me tonight. So she's going to help me out. I'm going to run the cameras. And here comes your Crestwood Red Devils. They bust through the tunnel and make their way to the field. It was number 19, Tristan Addis, leading the way tonight. The coin toss was handled a little while ago before all the festivities began down here. The homecoming courts took the field. It was good to see Mason Satterley went out there. He was injured a couple weeks ago, and I believe his season was brought to an end due to his injury to his arm. But it's good to see him out there with his team, still going out as captain, still cheering him on. We wish the young man a speedy recovery and hope to see him back on the field as soon as possible. If you remember, it was very early in the first game, the Rootstown game, and he suffered an injury pretty early on, but he was having a great game up to that point, so it was really kind of hard to watch. But the Red Raiders are making their way onto the field. They got a big squad, approximately the same size as ours, probably between 45 and 55 kids. But I got to tell you, watching them warm up, like I said, our DBs have their work cut out for them because they are fast. Their cuts, the wide receivers making cuts were crisp. Balls were perfectly timed. They had good hands. I don't think maybe one receiver dropped one time. It was kind of impressive. So we're about 30 seconds from getting underway here. I want to thank everyone again for tuning in as we bring you all the Crestwood Red Devil action on all the home games this year.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like to start the first 12 minutes of play. Crestwood's going to receive.
So Crestwood did. Harvey won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So Crestwood is going to get the ball first. And in my opinion, we're really going to have to take advantage of this. We're going to have to score early because they're going to score a lot too. I do have some rosters up here, so I'll do my best to let you know who's making each play. Oops. Did have a roster up. Now it just went away on me. Still kind of hard for me to see some numbers, but I'll do my best. So Harvey lines up to kick it away from the 40, and it's a little rolling pooch kick right down to the 30-yard line, picked up by Nolan Huntington, and he is met and hit hard immediately right at the 35-yard line. Nolan, a sophomore, earning a lot of playing time the last couple years. So Crestwood's going to go with formation I haven't seen him in yet, kind of a jumbo package here. Bad snap. Charlie picks it up, and Nate Blaziola is going to be met immediately and driven to the ground. And that was not how we wanted to start the game, not with the first play. Loss of about 8 on that carry, mostly due to the fumbled snap. So check the second and 17 coming up here. Still playing a tight formation, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Nate jumps from Summers' hip to his other hip, and the handoff's off to Nate. He goes up the middle and gets back to the 30-yard line, picks up a couple on that carry. There wasn't much room there to run through. And I don't know if you can tell watching on your TVs at home, but Red Raiders have some beefy linemen in the middle there. Nose tackle number 55 is not somebody you're going to run through easy. So here we go, 4 wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Nate is on Summers' hip, Nate Blaziola. Charlie's back to pass. He's getting flushed out of the pocket. He turns, he runs, throws deep. He's got a man against, oh, he's out of bounds. Almost made the catch, but that was Januska. I believe Januska did make the catch. Was stolen in the process of coming to the ground, but they were out of bounds anyways. So be an incomplete pass. Be 4th and 15 for Crestwood. Number 1, Devon Badley, is back deep for the Red Raiders, back at his own 30. Snap is backed. Kick is away. Oh, and it's a bad kick. It goes off the side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds in Crestwood territory. Not a good kick. That's the kind of stuff we got to put an end to right now if we want to have a prayer of surviving this game. Goes out of bounds at the 38. So the Red Raiders we're just giving them great field position here to start the first half. Okay, here we go. Jumbo package for the Raiders as well. They got one wide receiver. Check that. Two wide receivers out wide to the right. Running back goes in motion. It's a handoff. Number 0 at the middle, met by Nate Blasio. Right at the 35-yard line. That was Sean Alston on the carry. Does pick up about 3 on the carry. So now they're going to open it up a little bit. They got 3 wide receivers. A running back on the quarterback's hip here in the backfield, on his left hip. 3 wide receivers out right. And he hits him out of the backfield. It's a pass. Number 5 has the ball. He's drugged down by a couple of Red Devils. Looks like he has enough for the first down. And there's a flag. We got holding against the Red Raiders. So that will negate the first down pass. Tackle was made by Corey Bernauskis. Drops Harvey back to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 12. And they're going to go 2 wide to the left. 2 running backs in on the quarterback's hip, on his one on his right, one on his left. It's a handoff to number 3. He's looking for a hole. He breaks a couple tackles, gets bounced out of bounds up around the 33-yard line. That was number 3, Chris Burt, on the carry for the Red Raiders. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5-ish. Let's go 3rd and 5 for the Raiders. At the Crestwood 33-yard line. Check that. And they're going to go 3 wide. 3 to the left, running back straight behind the quarterback. Receiver goes in motion left to right. And it's a handoff. 0's got the ball, and he is met by a host of Devils over there. Gets pushed out of bounds up near the first down. It all depends on the spot of the ball here. Referee on the close to me has him a little short. And he is. He's about a half a yard short of the first down. And it's going to be 4th and less than a yard. At the 29-yard line. Got to get to the 28 for the first down. And they got some big running backs here. So looks like he's got a blocker. And the guy in the back's going to get it. Nope. Just a straight push. Push the quarterback. The old scrum style. And that's very hard to defend when you got some beefy boys up front like the Raiders have. So it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders. The announcer here says it was Wyatt Januska on the tackle. Are we back on yet?
Just now it went on to the one here, though.
Well, folks, somebody's messing with the high school internet. So we lost connection. We usually have a pretty good connection here, and it went and came back. So we got Harvey Red Raiders threatening 1st and goal at the 1. And it's a pitch, and he's almost caught and tackled and falls short, but he dives in. Good for the Raider touchdown. That was number 0, Sean Alston. It's a 5'10", 200-pound running back. Only a sophomore. He is he's tough to tackle. He does not go down easy. Every time he's touched the ball, he's breaking tackles left and right. It's going to take 2 or 3 guys spying him all night long. So here we go. They're going to go for 2. Got 4 wide. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 1 in motion. Snap is back. Hands off to 0. Alston again, and he just dances and prances right into the end zone. So with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, your score is the Harvey Red Raiders 8, Crestwood 0. Oh, sorry, I'm taking your mouse. Sorry, go ahead. So my wife is here helping me tonight, and we have 2 monitor system, but 1 mouse. So I have to steal it from her, and she has to steal it back. In college football and NFL, they have a team of people to do this. It's just the 2 of us, so hopefully you'll bear with us. The internet loss was not my fault. There's something going on with the high school internet. It got dropped earlier before the game started. So Harvey's going to kick off. Ball's teed up at the 40, and it's just a little squib kick. Uh-oh, and it bounces out of the receiver, and Harvey has the ball back. Bounced off of our receiver, right back into the hands of the Red Raider that eventually came up with the ball. Looked like number 13, Javion Lewis, came out of there with the football. Referees are having a little discussion, I'm not sure. Looks like penalty against the Raiders. Personal foul. So it'll still be, unless it happened before the kick, which I doubt. It's going to be their football, but they're going to lose 15 yards.
So it's a 15-yard penalty.
So our defense doesn't even get to take a breath. They're back on the field. Right at the Harvey 40-yard line. A little bit better field position this time, but we'd much rather have the football. We're going to go, or they're going to go 3 wide. 2 to the left and 1 out wide to the right. Running back in on the quarterback's hip. His right hip. Got a receiver in motion, left to right. Quarterback's running, looking to pass. He's looking deep, and he's got a man. And it's in and out of his hands up near the 40-yard line. Those were the passes I was telling you about that they worked on during warm-ups and didn't miss. Not like that. So, looked like the receiver just didn't get his hands up high enough. I don't think you can blame the quarterback on that one. He put it in a good spot. So they're going to go 3 wide again. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. And it's a handoff to 0 again. He's looking for some running room, and he's met right back at the line of scrimmage. That was Nate Blaziol on the tackle. And just like that, it's 3rd and 9. So we need a big stop here. They're going to go 3 wide again, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation with the running back in on the quarterback's left hip. And he's going to hand it off. He's looking at that middle hole again. And he bounces through. He's got 1 guy to beat, and he's going to be off to the races. Down the sidelines, 10-5, touchdown, Raiders. Well, we were a 16-point dog as of about this time yesterday, coming into the game tonight. And if we don't ever have the football in our hands, it's going to be a long night. Sure what the delay is here. They're going to go for 2 again. 3 wide, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. A tight end and up on the right-hand side. Quarterback's in a shotgun. Wide receiver in motion, takes the handoff, looking for some room. He is met, and he is dropped short. So the extra point attempt is no good. And that'll keep the score 14-0, Red Raiders. So with 3:57 to go in the first quarter, score is Harvey 14, Crestwood 0. But a couple things to keep in mind. Crestwood is a very good second half team. They go in at halftime and make some adjustments. We saw that in the first 2 weeks, scoring 30 points each game of the first 2 games this year. In the second half alone, over 30 points. And I believe 28 in the second half of week 3. So Harvey's going to kick off again from their own 40. Nate Blasiol's back deep, but they haven't kicked it that far yet, and I don't think they're going to try to do it again. My guess is because they're going for 2, they don't have a field goal kicker. So, yep, they're just trying a little squib, and we fall on it. Couldn't see who has the football there. That is number 50, Landon Kinzer. Brings in the football, so Crestwood will finally have another shot on offense here. Give their defense a little bit of a break. They've been on the field for most of the first quarter, aside from the first minute or so. Crestwood will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. And we're going to go with a jumbo package. Everybody's in on the line, trying to make some room for Nate to run the ball, I bet you. And here comes Harvey. They're stacking the line too. And Charlie's got the football. He's looking for some running room. He's got a little bit. I'm sorry, is that Charlie or is that Janusko? And he was hit out of bounds. Check that. I said Charlie. That was Wyatt Januska. Expert run there, following his blockers. Thought maybe he was hit a little after he stepped out of bounds, but it was close. Picks up 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2. Up over the 45 at the 46-yard line. Going to stay in that same jumbo package with 1 wide receiver out to the right-hand side. It looks like we false started. Flags come in. Yep. Can't do that. You want to survive. You want to have a chance being a 12-point under or a 16-point underdog. You got to eliminate those mistakes. You got to play disciplined football. So here we go. Same big formation. Wide receiver's not out wide this time. He's in tight. Nate is on Januska's, direct snap to Nate. He's bobbing and weaving and looking for some room, and he gets up near the first down. Looks like he's just a little shy. Had to get to the 48, and I think he's stopped about the 47. And I apologize. I know these kids, so I call them Nate and Charlie, and when I should be saying Blasiol and Summer, but it's easier this way for me. So here we go, tight formation again, shotgun, and he's just going to follow blockers, and he finds a hole, and he pushes and fights and gets the first down. So Blasio has been known for the last 2 years to hit the holes hard. He hits them hard. He'll pick up 3 yards on this play, 2 yards on that play. Then the next thing you know, he breaks off a 25 or 50-yarder. I'm not sure we're going to see a whole lot of those tonight. I would be pleasantly surprised if we do. But what I think you're going to see is a lot of is those 2, 3, 4, 5-yard gains. He's just going to have to ground and pound all night long because these guys are so big and so fast. And we got a big jumbo package for him here tonight. And we false started again. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Were we drawn offsides? Yes, neutral zone infraction. We were drawn off. So that is 2 steps forward. Forgive me for jumping the gun there. It sure looked like we moved from my vantage point, but mine doesn't count. Only the guys in the black and white stripes. So it'll be 1st and 5, Crestwood, over the 45, down near the 44-yard line of Harvey. Staying in that jumbo formation. In the shotgun. Trying to draw him off sides again. Almost had him. Januska's got the ball, and he's got a wall of blockers out there. He's just looking for a little space, and he's going to fight but not get it. Number 21 on the tackle there, it looked like. That was Antonio Sato Rodriguez for the Red Raiders. Loss of yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6, Crestwood, right at the 45-yard line of the Harvey Red Raiders. Staying in that jumbo package. Handoff is to Blasio, and he's trying to just push the pile forward, and they're saying fumble, but I think he might have been down. Yep, they're saying he's down. Did gain a few yards on that play. Going to be 3rd and 3-ish.
Sean Alston on the tackle.
This is going to be, for us tonight, it's going to be old-fashioned Crestwood football. 3 yards and a cloud of dust. We're going to have to fight for every single yard tonight because they're not going to give anything to us willingly. So snap is back. Oh, he's got wide receivers open. He throws downfield. He's got somebody makes the catch. Oh, no. Was stripped of it as he was coming to the ground. Was Wyatt Januska who got open. He had a step on his man. The ball might have been delivered a fuzz late. He had to kind of stop and turn around for it, and when he did, he had some Raider hands in his face. So it's going to be 4th and 3. Got to get to the 39. We're just over the 42-yard line. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter here. And we're going to go jumbo again. This is where the fans should be getting loud. Helping our boys out here. They need that 12th man tonight. It's direct snap to Nate Blasio, and he hits a couple guys and bounces forward, but I don't think he has enough. He's going to be short stopped right up around the 40-yard line. But we're really going to have to depend on the defense right now as Harvey's going to take over. 1st and 10 right on the 40-yard line. Defense is really going to have to step up, get the ball back, give the offense another opportunity. Had a little momentum there. And they're going to go 2 wide to the right. 2 running backs on either side of the quarterback. Shotgun formation, handoff to Alston again. Number 0. It is, well, there's 9 seconds to go in the quarter. They're going to let the time just expire. And that'll do it for the first quarter here with Harvey Red Raiders 14, Crestwood 0. I got to steal that.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen on the track,
All right. Tonight is alumni night here at Crestwood. I'm going to get you if you are varsity cheerleaders are down here on the right, and they're joined by the alumni cheerleaders down here on the left wearing all black on our blackout night tonight here at Crestwood to celebrate homecoming. I'm sure you noticed our football players are wearing all black. Black pants, black shirts, red numerals, white stripe up the side of the pants, white and red stripe. I'll tell you a story about those in a few minutes, but here we go. Harvey's got 2 wide, 2 running backs, shotgun formation, and he's going to he's going to roll out. He's looking left, and he's throwing deep. These are the passes I was talking about. Oops. Sorry. Camera jumped on me. I zoomed in way too fast. It's going to be a big gain on first down there for the Raiders. Or a big gain for the first down up near the Crestwood 38-yard line. But these guys run these crisp routes. They do these quick outs, and the ball's in their hands as soon as they turn and look. It's timing routes, and they're really good at it. So here we go. They got 3 wide, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 running back in the backfield with the quarterback in a shotgun. He's moving his tight end from right to left. And it's going to be a handoff. He's looking for room up the middle. Doesn't have much. Might have picked up 2 yards. That's Sean Alston again, number 0. So a few years ago, Jack D'Amato, Rich McIntyre, and I were on the board of the youth football, and we were trying to change up the helmets. And we found a picture of the Ohio State Buckeyes uniforms for blackout against Penn State. And it's very similar to what you see right now, except it's the typical more lighter gray helmet for the Ohio State Buckeyes. But we really wanted to give the kids something like that, something that was kind of modern. The quarterback drops back and he throws deep. He's got a man over the middle who makes the catch down around the 12-yard line. So we searched around, found somebody that could paint the helmets for us, and we found a place that we could buy the stripes. So we did up the kids' helmets to look a little bit like a darker version of Ohio State. We went with red pants and white shirts, and they really kind of looked a lot like Ohio State. And Jack decided the next year that though every level was going to do that in Crestwood football. So it's a handoff up the middle. He's dancing and bobbing and weaving and is dropped after about a 3-yard gain. Jackson Rattray in on the tackle there. So we had all the Crestwood helmets repainted, and then like the slate gray that you see on the helmets now, the stripes, the Ohio State Buckeye style stripes down the middle. And they changed uniforms, and this year they changed again because they went to Nike. We had a partnership with Adidas at the high school, but we switched to Nike this year. I think these guys look pretty good. I'm a little biased, I'm not going to lie. So shotgun handoff to Alston again, who is grabbed by the foot, and he tries to break free and doesn't. Might have fallen forward for a yard. Tristan Addison on the tackle. Nope, no gain at all. So grabbed him by the shoelace and held him where he started. So we kind of figured there was some Crestwood purists that would not like the new uniforms and helmets, but it seems the community has embraced it pretty good. It's kind of unique, even though it does kind of resemble Ohio State. It's still kind of unique to the area, and I just love them. Quarterback is dropping back. Oh, he flips one out to a running back who was just kind of waiting there, and he bobs and weaves and dances and jumps into the end zone for the Red Raider touchdown. Quarterback was sacked, and on his way down, he flipped the ball to a running back who was just kind of standing there. And I believe they're actually going to try to kick one here. So
It's going to be Tyshawn Banks for taking point after.
see how this goes. I didn't see him warming up, doing any kicks in pregame. Snap is back, ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. Didn't get really high, just maybe a few feet above the crossbar, but he drills it. So that brings your score to Harvey 21, Crestwood 0. And I think I have to say that I like the offensive game plan for Crestwood, that get everybody up on the line and let's just try to give Nate a hole, give Januska a hole, just give somebody just a little bit of running room so they can use their legs and break one free. We almost had a completed pass down here to Januska. Januska, he's going to have to hit.
If you're looking to grow your faith and hear Bible-based preaching on topics relevant to you, then look no further than Venture Church Streetsboro. Located on Frost Road in the heart of Streetsboro, Venture Church is a place for your whole family. From Bible studies to Sunday school, to modern worship from our live band, there's something for the whole family. We invite you to check us out online or in person, Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. Join us this weekend, in person or online, by searching for Venture Church Streetsboro on Facebook or YouTube. Or visit our website at venturechurcheast.org. Venture Church, a daring journey.
Now introducing drummers, Innovate and McKay Sandoval. Thank you so much to the Crestwood Band Boosters and Crestwood Local Schools for their tremendous support of music education in the Crestwood Band program. Let's go to our echoes. Ladies and gentlemen, I have tonight's winning 50-50 ticket number. Tonight's winning ticket is a blue ticket, and the prize is $273. The winning ticket number is 797308. Again, the winning 50-50 ticket is blue, and the number is 797308. 797308. Head to the concession stand and claim your prize.
I've got about 2.5, maybe a little less, 2 minutes to go till the football action gets back on the field here. Again, I want to thank you, first of all, for everybody that stayed tuned in. The high school internet connection here has gone down a couple times. It did it before the game started, and all I could do was pray that it didn't go down again during the game, and of course it's gone down twice. I don't know if it's acting like the router is disappearing, so that tells me somebody's unplugging it or resetting it or something, and then it comes back and then we reconnect to it. So the one time I tried to connect through my hotspot on my phone, and it just wasn't strong enough to carry the signal, so I sincerely apologize. If it's not one thing, it's another. I'm doing everything I can to bring these games to you, these home games to you, as often as I can. My biggest issue has been in an internet connection. The high school made sure I had a good one, and it dropped out a couple times. So here we are. Our boys are back out on the field, stretching the legs, warming up, recovering from the halftime adjustment that Coach D'Amato likely gave them. We have been a second half team all season. The majority of our points coming in the second half, especially in our tougher games, I guess I should say. First couple games. Last week against Beechwood, they were down a bunch of players. We had a continuous clock. I don't want to say it wasn't a good test, but it's not like tonight where the Harvey Red Raiders came to fight. They came to win, and they're taking it to us right now, 29-0 after the half. So I do want to give a big shout out to the Crestwood line, who was voted the CVC Player of the Week. I wish I had all their names in front of me. I don't, but the linemen, they know who they are. Give you guys a big shout out. I know if I try to do it from memory, I'll miss somebody and I'll feel bad. So I'm not even going to attempt it. But you don't rush for 250 yards like Blasio did last week without some guys up front making holes for you. And that's 2 weeks in a row that Blasio was over 200 yards, has over 1,000 yards in the first 5 games of the season so far. Number 2 in the county, behind a young man from Ritztown, whose name also escapes me at the moment. But Ritztown has a fantastic line, like Crestwood does. Hasn't been on display much here tonight because we've had some trouble with some false starts and some offsides. So hopefully we clean that up. We did seem to get a little better handle on it towards the end of the first half. The boys were a little bit more disciplined, getting the Red Raiders to jump a few times. But like I said before, I'll bet you we have better than 60 yards in penalties so far in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me it was 80 yards. So they move the clock back another minute before halftime ends, and Crestwood will have to kick off to Harvey, as they kicked us to start the game. Try to get my rosters back up here so I can bring you some names of the young men who are out there working their butts off tonight. Homecoming night here at Crestwood. It's been quite the little party up here, and I got to take my hat off to whoever is manning the grill up at the concession stand. I got a halftime cheeseburger, and I don't know about you folks, but I like my burgers a little bit burnt on the edges and just to be a little bit crunchy, and this was perfect. So I'm not sure who's doing it, but if you're watching this sometime in the future, you did a great job. The Crestwood Crazies are in their all black tonight. It's blackout night here at the Jack Lambert Stadium. Somebody has a drone flying overhead again. Boy, if they could tie their drone video into our live video, it would be like having a blimp shot. That would be awesome. So if whoever's flying that drone, if you watch this in the future, please reach out to me, thecoachjason@hotmail.com. We will make a pretty good team, bringing the action to the Crestwood fans who can't make it here tonight. There are some empty stands here, folks, but we are pretty full. What's that? Jake Ironman's going to kick off for Crestwood up at the 40-yard line. Sean Alston, the all-star running back for the Red Raiders, back deep to receive. And the kick is up, and it's a pretty good one. Jumps it back inside the 20, taking it to 15. Alston's got it, and he's got a little bit of running room, and he's got wheels. He might be off to the races. Down to the 30, the 20, 15, 10, and touchdown. Well, going to go ahead and say that's not how we wanted to start the second half. 12 seconds in, and Harvey puts another one on us. It's speed is hard to beat. These guys have a lot of it, a lot of speed, especially Mr. Alston. He looked like he got shot out of a cannon once he had that football in his hands. Ran that ball back 85 yards. Incredibly quick. If I had to run 85 yards, I'd still be running. So. I don't have my partner up here to laugh at my stupid jokes tonight, so I hope you folks at home get to laugh a little bit. So they're going to kick the extra point here. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and it looks like it's good. Barely got above the crossbar, maybe 3 feet above the crossbar. Couldn't tell, it looked like he shanked it a little bit to the right, but still between the uprights. So that'll bring the score to Harvey 36, Crestwood 0. Nothing on this. I don't know if you can hear me, folks, or not, but lost internet again. I don't know if somebody's here playing with something, messing with something. We do have an injury on the field. I could not. It looks like it's a Harvey Red Raider injured. I'm not sure where I lost you. Crestwood gave up an opening kickoff touchdown, followed by the 1-point kicking conversion. So the current score is Harvey 36, Crestwood 0. We did have we had a short run by Blasio, and then Charlie Summer was sacked on the next play, lost a bunch. On third down, Nate got a lot of it back, Nate Blasio. It is now 4th and 9. Check that, 4th and 8. At the 42, got to get to the Harvey 49 for a first down. So it looks like it was number 12 for Harvey that was injured. Dion Crawford. So Crestwood is going to punt here. Januska's back. Bounces, takes a funny bounce, but it is fielded by the Red Raider, who is looking for some room, and he is dragged down right around the 50-yard line. Well, I don't think we wanted to kick it to Alston, and we did anyways. He's the guy that's been running all over us all night long. So it's going to be first down for the Red Raiders right at the 50-yard line, up 36-0 with 9:11 to go in the third quarter. Check that, 9:07. So they're going to go 3 wide, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. A running back, Alston in on the quarterback's hip. Tight end goes in motion right to left. And it's a handoff. And maybe picks up a yard. Jackson Rattray in on the tackle. Pick up of a yard. Sets up 2nd and 9 for the Red Raiders, just over the midfield at the Crestwood 49-yard line. Really would be nice just to stop them one time. Get 3 and out, make them punt. We got 4 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back in on the quarterback's hip, and he's looking to the left, and he connects with his man. Number 9, he's got him up high, and there is nothing but daylight ahead of him. He's fast. And he's brought down, way up near the 20-yard line. Did a little tiptoeing on the sideline there to stay in bounds and pick up a few more yards after the initial contact out there. Well, we have a flag back here. I didn't see what it was. Must have been holding. Well, that'll back him up 10 yards and negate that big pass play. So they'll replay 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 20. So they say it's a 10-yard penalty, but it really turns out to be about a 40-yard penalty because they had the ball down at the Crestwood 20. Now they're way back at their own 40-yard line. So they have 4 wide again, 1 to the left, 3 to the right. Running back is sitting on the quarterback's hip, his left hip. And in motion right to left. Handoff up the middle. Bounces off a couple tackles, and he's got some daylight again. He's fast. This is Alston again? Has to be. No, check that. Number 3. Another touchdown, Harvey. That was Chris Burt Jr., sophomore running back. I remember last week when we had a chance to go for a 2-point conversion, being up a bunch on Beechwood, and Jack D'Amato did the right thing and took a knee and didn't run up the score. Like I said, I'm proud to be a part of Crestwood, where the coaches have a lot of class to do things like that. So that extra point attempt is coming up here. Kick is up, and it looks good. So that brings your score to Harvey 43, Crestwood 0. With 5:38 to go in the third. There is a personal foul against Harvey after the play that it seems they're going to assess on the kickoff and address it, but assess it probably. A little windy up here all of a sudden. It's that beautiful fall breeze starting to set in. Let's see. If they got to back him up 15 yards, they should be kicking from the 25. Yep, backing him up. All of a sudden, the wind really, really kicking up. So Red Raiders are going to have to kick off back from their own 25-yard line. Blasio's deep at about the 35 for Crestwood. I'm sure you've seen what you were allowed to see so far, that they have not kicked off anything deep yet. It's mostly been little squib kicks, hoping we'll just fumble it. And this time he kicks it high. It looks like Huntington has the football. He's looking for some room to run, and he runs out pretty quick. Tackled up at the 46. Red Raider tripped himself as he was celebrating on jumping off the field over there. It's one of those dumb ways to get hurt, right? It's be first and 10 Crestwood up at the 47-yard line. 2 wide receivers left. Running back on the quarterback's hip. I can't tell if that's Januska or Charlie. That's Charlie. Hands off to Nate Blasio, who runs right up the middle. He's spinning and bobbing and weaving. And he's over 50-yard line into the Red Raider territory. Picks up about 6 on the play.
6-yard pickup. So that's going to bring up 7-4 for the Red Devils.
So the Red Devils hurry to the line. Same formation, 2 wide receivers to the left. Blasio in on Summers' hip, and a tight end up on the right-hand side. Blasio takes the ball again, follows his blocker. Gets hit pretty quick, though. Doesn't get much, if anything at all. Looks like they're going to put it right back where it was. So this will be 3rd and 4 at the 47 of the Red Raiders. It's a big 3rd down here. Crestwood really needs a sustained drive and an end zone just to build a little confidence here. So we got 4 wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 in motion right to left. Charlie's rolling out quick. He's looking deep. He's got a man. He tosses it up, and I believe Januska makes the catch. Check that. That was number 14, Tommy Georger, on the reception. I saw the 4 and missed the 1. And that'll be a Crestwood first down. Wind is really picking up here. So 1st and 10 at the Red Raider 35-yard line. Crestwood has the ball. And looks like somebody's taking a timeout. Timeout. Red Raiders. Must have seen something they didn't like there. Tip my hat to the Crestwood varsity cheerleaders, doing everything they can to keep the fans involved in the game, engaged and rooting on the boys. And it's really hard to enjoy a lopsided football game, you know. We had one last week in our favor, and now this week not in our favor. So with 2:49 to go in the third quarter, handoff is to Blasio, and he's dancing and bobbing and weaving. He gets up near the first down. He's going to be a little shy. I take that. Wasn't near as I thought he was that first down. He's about 3 yards shy. But it will bring up 2nd and 3 after a nice 7-yard gain. Made some really nice cuts there to avoid some tackles and move his team downfield. We're going to go 2 wide this time. 1 left, 1 right. Blasio in on Summers' hip. And the handoff again is to Blasio, who finds a little room up the middle and just drives and pushes that pile. I think this was kind of the game plan coming into tonight, was to try to control the ball, try to control time, and just let Blasio eat up as much ground as he can. And once you get a couple scores behind, it's hard to stick to that game plan. That's a tough one. So you got to improvise. So handoff is to Blasio again, and he's got a seam up the middle again. Runs it up for the Crestwood first down. Up near the 20-yard line of Red Raiders. And they marked him back at the 21, but it's still a Crestwood first down. Minute 14 to go in the third quarter. So they're going to go 4 wide again. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 1 in motion, left to right. And it's a fakes the handoff. Charlie rolls out, steps up, throws over the middle. He's got a man open and he overshoots him, but there are flags everywhere in the area of pass interference, unless one of our receivers pushed off, which that looks like the signal. Nope, pass interference against Harvey. I was trying to read the back judge back there. He's quite a distance away from me. Looked like he signaled push. See, now the head referee is kind of signaling the same thing. I'm waiting to see who they're saying did what. Yep, it's on defense. So that's going to move the ball downfield for Crestwood. Check that. They say it was holding against Harvey. It's the cheerleaders getting the Crestwood crazies riled up, Trying to will our boys into the end zone here. The drummers from the band helping out. Get back to the action down here on the field. 1st and 10, Crestwood up around the 11-yard line. We're in a shotgun, 2 wide, and Red Raiders come diving off sides. Were they drawn? That'll be offsides Harvey. Well, I think the 12th man over here getting a little loud is starting to mess with the Red Raiders' heads a little bit. It's probably a little too late at this point, but we do need this drive for a little confidence, a little momentum, a little pride. 2 wide receivers. Pitch to Blasiol, who bobs, dives, and weaves, and he might be in. He is down near the goal line. It's the end of the quarter. Oh. That will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Apparently the game clock might have ran out before that last play went, but I'm not going to tell anybody. Just you folks at home. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in tonight and sticking with me through all the craziness with the internet here. We got one more home game to go, and I'd really like just one of these broadcasts to go off without a hitch. Call it like a wish list of my Christmas wish in September. But I do really appreciate all of you who are tuning in and stayed tuned in and fought through all the craziness with me. Once the team is up 35 points in Ohio high school football, it's a running clock. So Crestwood is down 43-0 right now. So once this clock starts, it'll only stop for timeouts. So shotgun formation, and they whistled the play dead. It was a bad snap right through Charlie Summers' hands. I'm not sure. Waiting to see what the call is here. He's putting the ball back right where it was. Maybe they just hadn't started the half yet. So that couldn't have come at a better time, whatever that was for. We got 2nd and 1 at the 2. Can get a first down here without getting a touchdown, but the handoff is to Blasiol, who just puts his head down and dives forward. And he's in for the Crestwood touchdown. Boy, does that feel good to finally say that tonight. And I'm, not biased or anything. I'm just really glad that Blasiol got to get that one. He's really been just pounding the ball all night long. So we're going to go 4 wide for the extra point here. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Charlie's looking left, and he hits his receiver in stride, and it's good for the 2-point conversion. A.J. Januska on the reception. So I believe Blasiol is probably going to need one of those ice baths tonight because they've been hunting him. They've been all over him. They've been looking for every opportunity to hit him hard. And the kid, he's got a motor that doesn't quit. He just gets up, keeps going. So with 11 minutes 11 minutes to go in the game. Score is Red Raiders 43, Red Devils 8. Sophomore Jake Ironman's going to tee up the ball for Crestwood. Kickoff from our own 40-yard line. Hope I said Jake Ironman. He has an older brother named Josh. I tend to mess up names. And it's a good kick. Almost an onside kick, and it bounced and went out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty. But it went right out of bounds in midfield. I'm not even sure if it went 10 yards. They may have to re-kick it here. Maybe not. Oh, they said false start on Crestwood. So they're going to make us re-kick? Or are they... Let's see what they're doing here. Just going to take the ball right where it went out of bounds, right at the 50-yard line.
So it's first and 10 for Harvey at the 50-yard line.
And it's a sweep. Number 5 on the carry. Gets met inside the 50 at about the 47. Jackson Rattray in on the tackle. I noticed sophomore Logan Voyko checked into the game on a defensive line. Good to see him getting some playing time. Another young man that I coached a few years ago. Proud of his effort, sticking with it, working hard, getting to play under these Friday night lights. Raiders are in the shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers tight to the right. I don't know. First down? Up near the first down for Zeph. Unbelievable.
And it's good enough for the first down.
Why this is not going to...
So it'll be first and 10 for the Red Devils.
Well, we're back somehow. We have not got our connection to the scoreboard back, however. I apologize again. No idea what's going on with the internet. We did hold Harvey. They had to punt on 4th down. They kicked it out of the end zone. Crestwood had the ball. We have a little bit of a drive going here. Summers looking downfield. He's got his man. Tommy Georgia on the reception. Good enough for a Crestwood first down. Is it back for you yet, honey? Oh. You're okay. I think you click on that thing right there. There. Okay. Sorry about that. We're trying to get back in sync here. Beverly is on the carry there. Zephaniah Beverly, junior running back. So 2nd and 4 at the Harvey 32. just under 4 minutes to go in the game here. Score is 43 Harvey, 8 Crestwood. And while I think they jumped off sides, it's going to be a false start because our receiver moved.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty. So make it 2nd and 9 for the Red Devils.
All right, here we go. Going to go 4 wide, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Charlie's in trouble. He's rolling out to his left. Fires downfield, has his man. Rolls out of bounds. And is good for a Crestwood first down.
Like, this is not telling that.
Well,
Everything I've seen down here is not telling that.
I'm going to apologize. Our scoreboard has stopped working. I'm unsure what the problem is here, so just pay no attention to the scoreboard behind the curtain. It's probably because we can't keep an internet connection today. It's been great all year. I don't understand what's going on, but all right, handoff, I believe it's to Beverly again. He's trying to get the outside, and he breaks a tackle, cuts it around the outside, up near inside the 20-yard line. Depending on the spot of the football, looks like he's inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Got to get to the 14 for a first down, 2nd and 1. So we're going to go 4 wide again, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And Charlie fakes the handoff, looks right, hits his man. Bryce Giel on the reception. Another young man who's having an outstanding year. Stepping into a receiver role this year. Starting receiver role. Good to see him getting some touches. We haven't been able to throw the ball a whole lot tonight, so I'm glad we finding some time here at the end of the game to get some receptions. Handoff is to Zephaniah. He cuts it around the outside. Looks for the end zone, dives in, and he's in for the Crestwood touchdown. Zephaniah Beverly. Four-yard carry to pay dirt with his first career Crestwood touchdown. Congratulations, Mr. Beverly. So Crestwood has to go for 2. We have no field goal kicker, extra point kicker. Yep. And Beverly's got the ball again. He's pushing and diving and bobbing and weaving. He's in for the 2-point conversion.
I didn't do anything with the score.
It's back to 6-0, and you did nothing.
I did nothing. I touched nothing. Like, for score, I touched nothing.
Okay.
So just take that whole thing.
Let's try this again. Can you can't change the score.
Changed it.
Okay. All right, it's not working. All right. It's stuck at 6-0 with 4:15 to go. All right, we'll just take this off for now. Here, let's look over at the scoreboard. Minute 16 to go in the game. Red Raiders 43, Crestwood 16. Hasn't been the night we hoped for. We were 16-point underdogs coming into this game to open up league play in the CVC Valley Division. But Harvey's been tough. Since we started playing in the CVC, we have not yet beat Harvey. Even with our playoff team 2 years ago, we still lost to them very early on in the season. Jake Ironman's going to kick off from the 40. And it's a decent kick. Gets back inside the 20, field at about the 14. And he's got a little running room over here, and there's nobody over here. Number 0. Oh, yeah. Run up the score, you stud. Wow. See, Crestwood had backups, freshmen and sophomore in the game, kids who've never carried the football. Harvey's still running with their all-star running back. I don't like to say that somebody doesn't have any class, but there's a coach on the other side of the field right now that I much prefer he coach for Harvey than coach anywhere around here. That's loser mentality. So what happens when your running back gets hurt? Because you have him out there on plays like this. Sorry, folks. It was real important to get that score to 49, I guess. Couldn't do it with anybody else. And I want to take nothing away from Sean Alston, the young man who is running the football. It's not his fault. He's a player. You give him the football, he's looking for an end zone. That makes sense. Grown men, grown coaches should know better. And they are going to not try the 2-point conversion, just down the football, to show that they might have some micodium of class. And that's the game. With your final score, Harvey 49, Crestwood 16. This is one of those ones you got to put in your back pocket and remember that it's not always going to be this way. Someday you'll have to play us when we're a much better team and you're struggling. You'll have to remember that they had to run a kickoff back for a touchdown. Keep that in the back of your mind. I know Coach Jack is better than that. I thank God that he's better than that. But it's one of those things that will just echo in the back of your mind. As a coach, I know it sits there and it'll eat you up. So, I want to thank you, the faithful who have stuck around all the way to the end here. Through the internet connection issues, our scoreboard connection issues, final score is 49, Harvey, Crestwood 16. Oh, hey, look, my wife has it so you can see the scoreboard. Still, I want to tip my hat to the line, the offensive line, and Nate Blasiol. The order was tall tonight. You're asking a lot of these guys. Take on a very, very stacked Harvey Red Raider team. Every single yard that we earned tonight was fought for. And Blasiol didn't do it alone. They asked a lot of his linemen. We asked other guys, receivers, running backs to come in and block. And it wasn't easy. The score tells you how hard that was, how complicated it was. But I tip my hat to these guys. Tip my hat to the Red Raiders. They're a good football team. Really good football team. Maybe not the best head coach, but good team nonetheless. So next week we're going to be away. Let me pull up the schedule here really quick before I jump away from the game here. Here we go. Coming up next week, Crestwood heads to Cardinal, take on the Huskies. Another one that should be a pretty good game. 2 years ago, we beat them. Last year, they beat us. So the rubber match against the Huskies, since we joined the CVC, comes up next week at 7 p.m. That is an away game, so I will not be broadcasting that one. 2 weeks from now on October 6th, right back here versus Berkshire, the Badgers. So that'll be our final home game broadcast during the regular season. If we happen to make the playoffs and we do get a home game, I'll bring that to you live if possible. That's assuming the internet stays connected for me. But I do want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and thank you for sticking with me through all this mess. I do really appreciate you. Hats off to the boys tonight. It was a tough loss, especially on your homecoming game. Nobody wants to go to homecoming like that, but the boys fought. They gave it all they had. Just wasn't in the cards tonight. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Hopefully it goes a little better against Cardinal next week. Good luck to the boys as they travel to Cardinal, up to Middlefield, take on the Huskies. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Take care. God bless.